Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the High Line. Today is a special day here on High Line Path in High Line Park, whatever you call it. Today it's turning 15 years old. High Line is 15 years old today, and we're going to enjoy High Line and see how many people there, how many of everything we can find and enjoy together with you. So thank you for joining the walk, and we will begin in just a moment. First we will take a look down here. This is West 14th Street, Meatpacking District, and we're going to browse the High Line 30,000 subscribers mark. Thanks to all of you. Welcome all the new subscribers, all the new members. Look at this view. Sun is setting behind us on the west side, right over there. And I think because today is High Line's anniversary, they should have some sort of something going on High Line. So let's go take a look. Hi and Y, hi Christian, Hanson, hi RJ. High Line used to be an elevated freight train tracks. Before that, they were not elevated. That's the whole story about it. Well, how many people unfortunately were killed by the trains before the train was elevated, and then it was operating all the way until about 1950s, 60s maybe, but I think came to a decline, and this area was turning into nothing, and people wanted to demolish the whole thing, but there were people with a brilliant idea of turning this area into the beautiful park area, and eventually this happened. Hi, sunshine after rain. Hit the water. This is water. It's just above the surface, but just enough to enjoy it if you want to walk on the water. What a beautiful evening. High sunshine after rain. Yes, it is. Absolutely. The sun is setting, and it's very comfy here. You can have a seat and enjoy yourself as well. Maybe it's a little bit teeny tiny windy. It's kind of a borderline between light jacket and no jacket right now, but it's okay. It's cool. Look at this. This used to be industrial, and freight trains were basically moving goods back and forth. And well, congratulations on 30K, Al. Well deserved for all the hard work you put in. Thank you so much. Yes, we're celebrating 30K today. Oh, look at how many people. We had busy but amazing day yesterday and the day before with covering Puerto Rican festival and then Puerto Rican Day Parade. A lot of friends found our channel the day before yesterday and yesterday. We welcome them and we welcome all of you. Austin City Limits, thank you. Congratulations on Delilah, 30K subscribers. Sunshine after rain, congratulations. Thank you. High Line is turning 15 years old today. The first portion of the elevated park was opened on this day in 2009. Let's enjoy. Austin, yes, there was an awesome stream. Yes, thank you. We got so many comments. We just basically speechless. Our stream was well received by so many people, thousands of people. I think we currently have over 70,000 views, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's 80. I don't want to lie, I don't remember. I didn't check the numbers recently, but that was a very, very big number of people. It's like a stadium. We can compare it to this stadium, like the Met Stadium or you know, whatever the big stadium you can imagine in your area. Patricia Johnson, happy birthday, Highline. Thank you, New York City. Happy birthday, Highline. It's beautiful. Very interesting concept. It's not a park per se when you have rectangular shape. It's just you walk, you enjoy, and the views are off the hook. Look, you can walk down there, you can sit, you can stand, whichever you like. You can enjoy the street view from there. Let's go take a look, but carefully if you're here because you don't want to miss the step. Welcome everyone, and of course please don't forget to give us a like, and if you're new to our channel, welcome and please subscribe. Well, there's still construction down there happening, but this is the High Line to our left. It's going over there. The glass could have been cleaner, but whatever, right? This is West 17th Street and 10th Avenue, northbound with Hudson Yards, and see observation deck on top, sticking like a triangle, pointed to the right hand side. That's an observation deck. It's a great view. I know it's not easy to clean this glass because it's on the outside and it's above the avenue, so it's good enough. The sky's a little cloudy, but not supposed to rain. Oh boy, equinox right there, look. Patricia Johnson, beautiful evening. Hi Tyler Silva. I don't want to sound creepy, but that's equinox. Great opportunity to exercise as well. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we elevated a little bit. It's a little windy, but it's windy because the temperature is not super high, but that's great for walking. Some sort of cult. Bingus Bingus. Hi Al. Hi Bingus Bingus. Gloria L had 80K yesterday. Thank you so much for looking this up for us. Thank you, Gloria. Okie dokie, let's go. Let's get some facts about Highline as well. Let's see. This spot right here was always under construction, still under construction, but it's okay. We're going to have a better view in a moment. So today is 15th birthday. Time flies. I remember, sort of, when they opened the first. Oh, someone is so shy they're covering the face. Must be something funny is going on right now. Okay, none of my business. Chelsea Pierce right there across the streets, across the block. And why everyone? Don't forget to hit the like. Brandon Irons, hey. Nice time for exercise. Patricia, lush, beautiful plants and flowers. Yes. In 1999, and I'm not gonna lie, this is not, I'm not quoting by heart, but I have a little bit of information in front of me so I can share it with you, and it will kind of be organic as we're walking down Highline or up Highline. In 1999, the Highline was a forgotten industrial relic that had sat unused for almost 20 years and was slated for demolition. That year, a happenstance meeting of two local residents at a community board meeting would change the former railway's destiny, inspiring a community-led campaign to save the structure and transform it into much-needed green space. Wonderful. 25 years ago, the seed of an implausible dream was sown. Throughout the remarkable journey of the High Line, New Yorkers have collectively seen the potential for magic and possibility in the unlikeliest of places. That's so true, and dare to dream it into fruition. Two community members, Joshua David and Robert Hammond. They met in 1999. They formed the Friends of the High Line, rallying to save the derelict railway, which was then in danger of demolition in 1999. Hi everyone, we are exploring High Line on his 15th birthday. We're also celebrating 30,000 subscribers on our channel. All because of you. Thank you so much. In 2001, photographer Joel Sternfeld's images of the wild, self-seated landscape of the High Line helped New Yorkers visualize the beauty of and potential for the High Line, galvanizing local support. So the local support started to pick up in 2001. Then they started to run the competitions, the ideas, the projects, the designs. And in 2004, in a design competition, video plus Brand Flo and Pete Outdolf capture the magic of the wild High Line and win the competition, envisioning a design for the future public space. IDC 322. In 2006, in a major milestone, ground is broken and construction begins on the first two sections of the High Line between Gaisenwort and 20th Streets. Look, we see Empire State Building from here. This is Chelsea area of New York City, by the way. And High Line, if you look at the map, it kind of is located like what's on the bottom, Meatpacking District, and on top it's Midtown West, and somewhere on top is somewhat there Hell's Kitchen, and this is Chelsea. And why I can't imagine living in one of those buildings and having people looking into my windows. Never know what they're going to see. Yeah, we always love to look into the windows after dark, right? And so what's going on. Human curiosity, just curiosity in general. This is parking, by the way, open parking right there. So the cars, right there, down there. In 2009, the first section of the High Line opens. On this day, 15 years ago, Friends of the High Line launched community programming and a dedicated public art program on the park. In 2012, The final stretch of the High Line between 30th and 34th Street is officially transferred from CSX to the City of New York, paving the way for the full historic structure to sunset. Great views, really. Wow. Isn't it something? The sky, I mean the colors, like when the sun is about to set and it just shines. Almost 100% of the budget of the High Line is the public donations, public, corporate donations. almost entirely exists on donations. Hard to believe, but that's what their website says. The High Line is both a non-profit organization and a public park on the west side of Manhattan. It's built on a historic elevated rail line. The High Line was always intended to be more than a park. And this is so true. You can walk through gardens, view art, experience a performance, savor delicious food when it's there, or connect with friends and neighbors, all while enjoying a unique perspective of New York City. Of course, look how unique this is. The views from the High Line is superb. Hi Lily, hi everyone, hi Ruben Q. If I say hi twice, I apologize. If I didn't mention someone, I apologize. Don't forget your likes, and we're enjoying High Line Park during the sunset on its 15th anniversary, 15th birthday.
That was a very good picture of her in Gump.
Usually we walk in the opposite direction, but from Hudson Yards down. But today, for a change, we're going to walk from Meatpacking District toward Hudson Yards. The High Line is owned by the City of New York and operates under a license agreement with NYC Parks. That's a cute mural. It's my message to Delilah. Thank you, darling. So, it all started around here in mid-1800s with freight trains on street-level trucks. Run by New York Central Railroad delivered food to Lower Manhattan but created dangerous conditions for pedestrians. 10th Avenue became known as Death Avenue. By 1910, more than 540 people had been killed by trains. In 1920s, in response to the mountain deaths, the railroad hired men on horses to protect pedestrians until their final ride in 1941. The West Side Cowboys patrolled 10th Avenue waving red flags to warn of oncoming trains. 1924, the West Side Improvement Project first began when the City's Transit Commission ordered the removal of street-level crossings. This later led to a plan to remove trucks from the streets and create an elevated rail line. They just started talking about it in 1924, which is what? Exactly 100 years ago, exactly a century. This is West 23rd Street. This intersection down here is 10th Avenue. This is West 23rd Street. Nice, cool evening. Thank you so much for the weather. 100 people watching us, and welcome. We are here on Highline, exploring it on its 15th birthday. Happy birthday, Highline. Bunda Aston Villa, hey. In 1933, the first train ran on the High Line, which was up here, which was then called the West Side Elevated Line. The line was fully operational by 1934, transporting millions of tons of meat, dairy, and produce. The lines cut directly through some buildings, creating easy access for factories like National Biscuit Company or Nabisco, which is now the home of Chelsea Market. Hi Michelle K. Hi Miguel Gonzalez. Happy birthday, Highline. In 1960s to 1980s, train use dwindled due to the rise in trucking. The southernmost section of High Line from Spring to Bank Streets was demolished in the 60s. The decline continued through the 70s, with all traffic stopped by the 80s. Calls for total demolition of the structure soon followed. So in 1980s, they still had some sort of traffic here up until 1980s, and then it all stopped and was in state of decline. In 1983, with High Line for other purposes began to grow. Chelsea resident Peter Oblets formed the West Side Rail Line Development Foundation, seeking to preserve the structure. In the same year, Congress passed the Trail System Act, allowing people to circumvent complicated land rights issues in order to transform old rail lines into recreational areas. Between 1983 and 1999, the High Line's public prospects waxed and waned through the decades. In 1991, the 5 blocks of the structure from Bank to Gaisenward streets were demolished when a warehouse was converted into an apartment building. In 1999, the High Line owner CSX Transportation opened 2 proposals for the structure reuse. In 1999, in the decades of disuse, many people were calling the High Line an ugly eyesore. Major Giuliani signed a demolition order, one of his last acts in office. Oh, I didn't know that. A few of these critics saw what had secretly taken over the structure, a thriving garden of wild plants. Inspired by the beauty of this hidden landscape, Joshua David and Robert Hammond founded Friends of the High Line, a nonprofit conservancy to advocate for its preservation and reuse as public space. Friends of the High Line remains the sole group responsible for maintenance and operation of the High Line, and is funded by supporters just like everybody else. This is a little creepy. And why, thank you, Al. I never knew so much about the High Line. You're welcome, you're welcome. I did my homework. What is it called? Let's take a look. It's called Secondary Forest. Secondary Forest. Yeah, we saw that before. It's, you know, I can bring you some interesting thoughts, or not so interesting, but you know, it's art, so we're going to just look at it for now. JX72, hey hey. Welcome to Highline, everyone. We're streaming live on its 15th birthday. Between 2004 and 2006, with the strong support from then Mayor Bloomberg and the City Council, a special zoning area was proposed. The West Chelsea Special District facilitated the use of the High Line as a public park. When the City Council passed the rezoning, the front page of the New York Times read, "Frog of a railroad to become prince of a park." Landscape architecture firm James Corner Field Operations Design Studio dealers Scofidio and Renfro and planting designer Pete Outdolf was selected as the team to transform the High Line. Ambrose, it wasn't me. They won't hire me. I sound like a Cookie Monster. Cookies. Am I hungry again? Why am I talking about food? In 2009, 4 years after CSX Transportation donated ownership of the structure to the City of New York, and 3 years after first breaking ground in April 2006, the first section of the High Line opened to the public from Gazon Ward to 20th Streets. Second section of the High Line is between 20th and 30th Streets, open to the public between 2012 and 2014. That's what it says. Slowly but surely. And then the High Line at the rail yards between 30th and 34th Street and 10th and 12th Avenues opened in 2014, including a temporary walkaway. You know, it's been closed lately. I don't know if it's open now or not, but we'll check it out. Another observation deck, sort of. This one has a fence, but doesn't have a glass all the way up here. So we have a clear view at the cross streets. Hey Showcat, good evening to us, good morning to you. Oh boy, I don't want to sound like History Channel. Please let me know if it's boring, because I'm just giving you a little bit of history. I'm almost done. On June 22nd, 2023, High Line Moynihan Connector opened to the public. Oh yes, we walked that. That's a great shortcut to 9th Avenue to Moynihan Train Hall. And that's basically it. As far as the history, let's enjoy. Let's return to our normal programming now. 1, 2, 3. Hey everyone, this is normal me again. We got some history facts because it's a special day for High Line. Now we're back to just talking and enjoying everything basically. A lot of people here. Local time in New York, 8 p.m. It's not dark yet. It's summer, beautiful. And We enjoying the landscapes, the buildings, the trees, the flowers. And so get another side of this path, so let me wait for other people to go first, and then not so many older buildings left here, but some of them are. Georgia Boy, very informative. Thank you, Georgia Boy. And why that's a good thing, I love the History Channel. This is LWNYC. Live Walking NYC. I'm happy to announce that my eardrums are back to normal. It wasn't the case for quite a few hours yesterday. But they're good, they're back. So I'm functional again, fully functional. Look at this one. Sunshine, now you can memorize it over and over again. Nah, just look it up online. There's no need to memorize anything anymore these days. I mean, unless you want to exercise your brain. Like you're in school or something. Even in school they don't do it anymore. Jax, you're not boring, you have an interesting voice. Oh, thanks, kindly. What we did after the parade, as far as our channel, we edited a few videos and posted them separately. The dignitaries, the stars of the parade, not all of them, but several. So you want to see it as a separate video in case if you don't want to watch the whole thing. It's posted in our video section. Also, I don't know who to say thank you to about the network coverage, but I don't want to jinx it for the future use, but it was exceptional compared to our prior experiences. So everything went perfectly fine, and knock on wood, hopefully it will continue in the future as well. That's a nice area. John Roberts, good to see you. I'm not asking you how was your dinner. I know your dinner was outstanding. Sunset. Look, this is not the Manhattan Hedge. That's let's make a new word for it. Highline Hedge, because it's directly between the buildings right now here. Very bright, but very beautiful. I can only look through my phone screen at this scene, because otherwise it will blind you. You know, people who live here, they don't mind people walking by all the time, but a lot of them keep the windows practically visible after dark. So you know, anyone, even though technically Highline closes at what, 10 o'clock, I don't know how they close. I know they close the exits or entrances down there, but if someone is here, I don't know how they have a little vehicle and just want to make sure that no people are hiding there. Well, theoretically it's possible. And wow, that's beautiful. Glad you like it. We have a decent amount of likes, but if you're new to this stream and you didn't give us a like yet, please do so real quick. Thank you so much. Another view. Well, it's so true. Let's zoom a little. If I zoom a little, boom. John, I had Stuffers meatloaf with mashed potatoes and a white cupcake. If you have no idea what to have for dinner, what to eat for dinner, ask John. John will give you an idea. John is our food expert, one of many. Hi Damien, good evening, good evening. I love and miss you. Evening walk along the High Line. Fernando Ramos, hi. You hear the birds? You know that it echoes between the buildings too. So it sounds very loud.
Back at 8:40 on Thursday night.
We're approaching the entrance to the Hudson Yards area with Oculus, of course, and the mall is right there. This is Little Spain Mercado. Unfortunately, the signal there is garbage, but it's a very compact spot, big but compact, with a lot of cuisines of Spain represented, both foods and drinks. Also, they have nice music there. So, but most importantly, we cannot go through that area without losing the signal. Did that before. That's what's called a shed. It's kind of like an art/exhibit space of sorts. The top can be sliding out of the, of where it's located now a little bit, so to create the open space on top. It's yet to be explored by us. Usually when they have some sort of a very cool installation, the ticket prices are very cool as well, and that's not cool for our budget, so we pass. But you never know, if the opportunity presents itself somewhat, we'll take care of it. Before we make a turn over there, let's follow the sun. Sun set over Hudson. Hi Vincent. The city of blinding light. I mean, it's not about the sun, but it's about New York. They left the fragments of the railroad tracks here for all of us to remember what this was before. Oh, the creepy dude is still there. Look, remember this guy? I don't know if it's creepy. Some said it's creepy. I think it looks rather cute-ish, but it all depends how you look at it. If allowed, and up to the artist, of course, or sculptor, you could put the camera in the eye, and we don't know if there's a camera or not, but it's an interesting view, and stream it and see people's reaction, like right now, us across the street. Well, thanks, but then again, it's going to be invading our privacy. Someone's going to complain. Someone's going to make a huge stink about it. Someone's going to sue the guy. It's going to be, the usual thing. So better not even bother. Let's take a look at the sunset. Hi, Irma. So that section between 30th and 34th Street, the third and last section that opened in 2014, and going around the depot, train depot right there, I don't know if it's open or not. I hope it's open. If it's open, we will walk, of course, but if they didn't open it for the anniversary, that's gonna suck. cojones, but we will see. This is northbound. This is, if I'm not mistaken, 10th Avenue or 11th rather, or one of those on the west side. Irma, beautiful, walking nice to hear history of Highline. Thank you, Irma. Glad you're enjoying it, and everybody else hopefully too. That would be nice to have a space right here, right? A flat, a unit, an apartment. Luxury rentals. You don't want to know. I don't want to know how much they charge for those luxury rentals. Beautiful sky. They opened it. Oh, wonderful. So you know what? We're going to skip going into the area, you know, the mall area right now, because we've been there before. But when we've been there before, this thing was closed, and now the gate is open. So hi.
Actually, no, at 8:20, this is what they closed.
Copy. Thank you. Is the exit open on the other side?
It is open, but they're gonna close that exit at 8:20.
8:20. Got it. Got it. Thank you. 8:20. Okay. So you know what? We're probably not gonna be going over why it's 20, but I wanna. You know what? The people here, we're with the people, right? Yeah, we'll be the last ones to leave. And if they lock us out, we're gonna call someone and say something. I don't know what yet. I don't want to spend the night locked out after everything else here. That's gonna be creepy because you don't know who's here, what's here. Look, these are still here, original ones. 8:20. Why not 9? Why 8:20? And you know what? They always say 8:20 because normally it's probably 8:30. Who knows? Or maybe 9. They just want people out. Well, someone is walking. We'll be walking too. In the worst case, we will walk up to here and we will enjoy the sunset, which is almost down right above the buildings on the Jersey side. Beautiful. Hudson River, and look at the sky. Oh, that helicopter is really loud. There's several of them. It's a heliport down there, I think. John, thanks. I love food. Me too. Amber, sounds like it's 20. Really means like 30, yeah? Yeah, I told you something was flying. Check out beautiful sunshine or sunset, probably. That's a small plane right there. Really nice area. Sunset is beautiful. Yes. Now we can't even see sun. We see the light, but the sun is setting. It goes around this area here. It goes around and ends up closer to Jacob Javits Center, right over. The exit would be right there if we can walk, but I don't know if we will walk. I don't see any people here. Actually, I do. Alright. So, you know, we don't want to be troublemakers, right? I mean, I love the helicopter taking off in that sunset. Yeah, did you hear the vibration? And then this is the view of New Jersey. It looks like it's the same city, but it's not. It's across the river. It's toward Jersey City and Hoboken. Yeah, on New Jersey side. Thank you, GX72. 5 minutes. Now let's see. These kids don't care, and not just kids. How they gonna? Well, they will not lock him here. This is impossible. Well, there's a bunch of people there, so you know what? We will do what we think is right, which is we'll browse. Hudson Yards. They have speakers here. I would be surprised if they don't. They have some sort of announcement system, but we're like halfway through, so we should be fine. Let's live dangerously. There's a bunch of people here. There's no point to worry about it. That's helicopter there, and I think it's about to land right down there in front of us. Hey, Margaret Harrington. Yep, it's down there, heliport. Ambrose, Mr. Burns, release the hounds. I don't know. There's no concept of time here, and I'm pretty sure that the High Line, according to the website, closes at 10 o'clock p.m. And even if this portion closes at 9, no one really gives anything about it. So let's enjoy the views, you know. OT, hi OT, live dangerously. I was kidding. There is absolutely no danger here. No danger. Intrepid Museum can be seen from here in the back, in the foreground, right there in the center, the top of the ship. Because it's on Hudson right down the line, or up the line rather. This is 12th Avenue. John, you are welcome, Irma. Thanks for giving me a rose too. Oh, that's sweet. See, the Oculus is right there in the center. Well, let's see what happens when they open it for the public. They put in some sort of netting on it, so let's see what happens. Developer Trader Wise. Hi, Developer Trader Wise. Welcome to the chat, to the channel. Thank you. It is beautiful, right? You know what? Let me zoom out a little bit so you will see these buildings entirely like this. That is very impressive. I speak for myself, but it's really awesome. OT, 3-hour time, I'm gonna catch Flixbus to go to Manchester. Beautiful day. OT thinks, need to check my other house. And why everyone that I miss saying hi to, hope you're doing well. GX72, impressive. Oh, look at the skies. Whoa. We're celebrating 30K subscribers, 30,000 subscribers. It happened a little bit earlier today. And we thank each and every one of you for your time, for your interest, for your support. for everything, everything, everything. It would not be possible without you. And we will continue providing all of you, and hopefully more and more of you, with interesting content. Thank you so much for being here. JX, congratulations. Thank you. Irma, Ellen, Delilah, congratulations. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, developer, trader wise, for the like. OT, congrats, thank you. Like they say, you know what I just came to mind? The sky is the limit, right? As I was looking at the sky, and you know, you can actually see the moon, which is, let me see if I can zoom in. Right there, right there. No one is saying anything about time anymore. That's their job, to make sure people get out of here, and they want to go home. I understand. Hi Xavier, good evening to you. Quarter Moon, DC 322, Ambrose, Irma, OT, my dreams came true, true. That's the limit, right up there. Sunshine, amazing view, thank you, Jonathan C. 30K, it was 29 yesterday and today in the morning, but then toward the afternoon, evening hours, it became 30. It's still, you know, kind of like trembling at 30K, but it is just going to continue, I'm pretty sure. And why, like, share, and subscribe to this amazing channel if you haven't already. Thank you, and why? I'm Melissa Boardington, Bourdignon. Melissa Bourdignon. Not sure how to translate the letters, but I see the emojis. Ori, hi, good to see you always. Thank you so much, Ori. Congratulations on the 30K subscribers. Johnson said the highline closes at 10. That's right, that's what I thought. And the time is 8:24. We're going to jail. GX, yeah, I know it's all BS. Xavier, congratulations. Thank you so much, Xavier. There you go, we see the emojis. Thank you, Melissa. Nice view. This is the very end of the High Line, and I'm glad this portion is open today. Thank God. I mean, hopefully it will stay open. Irma L, there was so much people watching your streams during weekends. That's right. We actually, what do we have? We have 50,000 views when we were streaming. And after that accumulated when we were streaming 116th Street Festival. Have a good night. 116th Street Festival, and a lot more yesterday. So thank you so much for all of your time and interest. It's very, very much appreciated. Of course, YouTube butchered the monetization. YouTube is getting better and better, not entirely, but when they find copyrighted music from that point on, this is it. So at least they share. You never know. Okay, looks like it's better now. Please let me know. I don't have an indicator on my screen, so hopefully it is better now. Yeah, we're back. Thank you. We're back. Oh, had to run. This is Jacob Javits Center. We stream from here. Car show, anime, NYC, just to name several. Fantastic space. Let's walk along this avenue, 11th Avenue, just to be careful with the network. Beautiful luxury buildings here. Hey, Museum. You didn't miss it. You can watch it later. Hi, always good to see you. I'm gonna keep the angle wide so this way we can see more. We were kicked out. Really? Yes, sort of. That's Pride Month. Those who celebrate, happy Pride. Pride flags everywhere. A lot of companies updated their, or stores updated their signage so it looks colorful. Interesting. Almost like it's a little bit curved to the bottom, just a little teeny tiny bit, but interesting too. One of the brand new towers. Not ready yet, but soon. So yesterday the counter was showing that we were at 4 point something K at the same time, which was super phenomenal. But according to YouTube, the highest point was 5.7 K at the same time. So it was so many people that our indicator could not even process all of the viewers. So imagine 5.7 thousand people watching us at the same time. It feels great, you know. It feels great when you know that you're providing the content that brings a lot of people together, and just in generally speaking is very popular, and not everyone wants to watch it on TV or can watch it on TV, or maybe they are out of country and they don't have access to any of it. Plus, you know, I think when you're on the ground and you're right there, it's a little different too. So thank you so much for your time. And a lot of people said that we're better than the television. I'm not bragging, but quite a few people said that, you know, it's almost they were watching it as if they were there themselves. So, you know, it just makes us feel good that, you know, we do something like that. So it's not just work, it's also, you know, providing you with amazing quote unquote, because, you know, I can't judge for myself, content. And everybody who supports us with anything you can, thank you so much. JX72, I like the streaming much better than TV. You know, we hear that a lot. This is great. It's almost like we have our own little television station, right? Austin, you did a very good job in covering the parade. Thank you so much. You know, the parade is probably the longest parade, along with Dominican parade. Those are probably the longest parades. Also, it depends on where you are and how much you want to cover. But if you stand at one point, it's one spot, and you're waiting from the beginning to the end. It's about 4 hours or so. This is very long, but very dynamic, very different. Hey Derek Byron, what's up Alan everyone, good evening. Johnson says CNN Studios. I don't even know where they are now, to be honest. Exactly. I see it occasionally, I forget. I know at some point when Columbus Circle opened, they were inside of Columbus Circle Towers, but then they moved. And why you and Delilah should be proud, Al. We appreciate you and see all the hard work you put in. Thank you, and why. Well, I want to thank all of our moderators because they are moderating the hell out of this channel in a good, best way possible. And you know, if you see something, you do something. Look at this mural. Wow. This is ginormous. Let me put the normal zoom right now. Let's see if we can get a better view through the fence, but still right around here. Well, I see a bunch of pit. Oh wow, they use it as a parking. What is it? A parking space for delivery bikes, for mopeds, for some pedicabs. Interesting. Look. This is probably the largest mural in New York. Oh, not the largest, but one of the largest. There are murals that cover the whole side of the building, but wow. And this mural is Ecosystem Restoration by Carlos Alberto. Definitely deserves a sign, a mural like that. And wow, oh, that's beautiful. Irma, the painting is so beautiful. And let me see if I can extend my handle to show you the same view from about 8 feet height. Brandon, hi Brandon Irons. Irma, I'll take a picture. Maybe I'll take a screenshot later. This is awesome. Okay, not to get you bored, let's continue. This is some empty space for now, temporarily. Will definitely become some sort of a tower, something similar to this or to that. Empire State Building is lighting up in some sort of green right now, but it's not lit yet, it's not dark yet. Anyway, Al's using his height advantage. No, I'm using my better half suggesting me to get a gimbal with expandable base, so it can get a little bit taller, like maybe a foot taller or so, and it's very helpful in the situations like that. Or sometimes when Al is becoming a paparazzi for a moment, and you know he needs to raise above the ground, above the crowd, to see someone famous and someone important, and then or for whatever the situation may be. So I want to thank Delilah for suggesting this particular model. Medicine, super cool. The cars at the bottom show the scale of it. Yep, it's a ginormous, gigantic. NY. LOL. At some point, of course, this is West 41st Street. At some point, we're going to make a right and walk toward, you know, more known areas that we walk more. But in the meantime, let's just take a look at this here. This is the west side, the view of the Midtown from the west side, so to speak. Welcome everyone, we're streaming live. This is Live Walking NYC, Walking NYC live for you. And if you're watching us later, if you're watching the recording, we want to thank you anyways, because we know you're watching. Even if you're not chatting, we know you're watching, and thank you so much for your time and for your interest. This is 41st and 11th. We're celebrating 30,000 subscribers. That happened today, and we are so thankful to each and every one of you for making this happen. Also, today is 15th birthday of the High Line, so therefore this is how we started our day, our walk rather, on High Line. But then again, we're exploring New York City. We're on the west side. And the next one is 42nd. Perhaps we can walk down 42nd, as it's probably the most eventful street around here. And also the most famous around here. Medicine, congrats on 30K, it's huge. Like that mural. Thank you so much, Medicine. And Nelson Batista. Yeah, I guess we should walk on 42nd Street, because it's a 42nd Street after all, right? West 42nd Street. And we're heading east, but it's a long way to see East 42nd Streets. Cuckoo. There's only one 42nd Street. If you want to wait for the bus, you can take M42, which is Manhattan 42 bus. That is a crosstown bus. David Banger Main, good evening. John Burke, hi. OT, you guys have a good night. Need sleep and need to get up at 4 a.m. I'm off to a different city tomorrow. You guys take care. Have a good night. OT, happy travels. Thank you so much as always for watching. We will see you next time whenever you have time, of course. Richard, Waggle. Congrats on 30K. You're doing great. Thank you, Richard. I'm still not sure 100% how to say your last name with V, like with the sound V or with the sound F. Maybe you can give me a suggestion for V. Send me number 1, for F, number 2. If you don't mind. So, because I hate when I mispronounce the names. Police departments here somewhere, and also see the different colors of the police cars. Those are hybrid vehicles, electric and old-fashioned. And that's the precinct.
There's part of here.
School safety division. School safety division. And why? Have a safe trip, OT. See you soon. All right. More cars, more people. SRG1 station. Thank you, DC32. Woggle. Thank you, Richard. Richard Woggle. Huh? No. I'm just watching my phone, really. Have a good night. I was not waiting on the dude. I mean, purposely. Thank you for the spelling. We're on West 42nd Street. Crossing 10th Avenue. Hey Phil. Hello from Germany. Guten Abend. Very late Abend. Phil. Meister Jan. Maybe. I'm right. Maybe I'm correct. Hi Phil. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Richard. If I forget and automatically mispronounce in the future, my future apologies in advance. But I'll try to remember. Funny thing about this congestion cameras, right? They were planning to launch them on June 30th, right? They installed them all on both borders of Midtown. Now they're blinking like that. Wow, I don't see them blinking. Funny. The camera is picking up and enhances certain lights that human eye cannot see. This is interesting. Like I can only see a little bit of a red glare inside, but if I look through the camera, I see they blinking. Wow. Interesting. But anyways, you know, they were planning to launch them on June 30th and start charging the cars entering Midtown area after 5 a.m. and until late at night, $15 tolls. And then all of a sudden the governor said she would postpone this indefinitely. Probably has something to do with the politics, but you know, we're not discussing politics here. But my prediction that sometime in before June next year, maybe even a little earlier, they will be activated. And it might as well be March or April. Let's see if I can predict the future sometimes. The cameras are charging as we speak. Ah, gotcha. Jax, I'm back again. I had to get me some ice cream sandwich from the store. Yum. Minazin, you're probably right, though. That's everywhere these days. Yes, Richard, that's what I meant. We're just trying to not to start a conversation here, but yes, 100%. Ambrose, January 1st, 25. No, because the process will not be over until end of January. But that's my guess. And then they have to give some more time to, you know, to sell everything down and blah blah blah, and will be cool. Checks are like the rainbow ones, but they don't have any. But let's see who's right. Let's see who's right. I don't think they would do it January 1st. That's New Year after all. That's gonna be like, nah, not January 1st. Not April 1st, because it's April's Fool's Day. But you never know. You know, people in different departments have sense of humor. They can make it April 1st because it's the beginning of the second quarter, for example. No, this is perfectly fine, Richard. This is perfectly fine. This is totally 100% on point. That's my humble opinion, of course. It's Hell's Kitchen area, and Hell's Kitchen is a very vibrant area. It goes to our left right there, and 10th, 8th, 9th avenues, lots of restaurants, and gets very vibrant at night. But we're not going to make any left turns today. We're going to continue walking straight down this line. And we're about to cross 9th Avenue. We're on 42nd Street, West 42nd Street. JX Rainbow Ice Cream Sandwiches. Yum, yum, yum. It's vibrant in many different ways, so you should be careful as always. You know, keep your eyes open. Also, Port Authority bus terminal is here as well. It's right there, the back of it, so to speak. If you would call the main entrance on 8th Avenue, and this is 9th Avenue, this is the other side of the building, to this overpasses. This is how the buses get in and out from Port Authority bus terminal, for the most part. Hey, Janice. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for watching with us. We browsing New York City. Started tonight. We started in Highline, on top of Highline, walking Highline. Highline's turning 15 years old today. 15 years ago, the first portion of Bryant Park was open for public. In 2009. A lot of places for dessert, a lot of pizzerias, lots of everything. And souvenirs, of course, too. Interesting license plate. Subscribers, supporters, members who support us on monthly basis. Thank you so much, subscribers, supporters of all sorts and kinds. Your likes are always very much appreciated. If you didn't give us a like yet, please give us a like. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe. Our moderators are off the hook. Hey Roy, good to see you. Good evening, San Francisco. Wishing a very happy birthday to the Highline. Almost old enough to drive. Yeah, that's funny. That's so true. As we're approaching 8th Avenue now, you'll see more and more lights, of course. This used to be open, the side entrance to Port Authority bus terminal, but they closed a while ago, years ago, and still it remains closed. For the most part, they have some machinery there, but years ago, they kept it open, but then they figured why, if they have entrance on 8th Avenue, several, and on 9th Avenue, less things to worry about. That's the intersection of 8th Avenue and 42nd Street. Colorful. Noise pollution, air pollution, big city that never sleeps. Mickey after hours. What happens if you ask him to take a picture with him right now? Will he say no? Will he say, I'm off the clock? It's a great movie theater. I was even greater when they kept the observation deck open. Not observation, but the balcony on the 4th floor. Imagine you're all the way on top and you walk out there and you're overlooking this block. But they closed it. They don't want any troubles. Ketchup chips, interesting. Alright, let's let him walk. He feels special today. A little bit of a 360 up and overview. This building used to be covered by a huge billboard, and this one too. For years couldn't see what this front of the building looks like, but this is what it looks like. Welcome everyone, thank you for joining our walk. Our local time in New York is 8:57. That's Madame Tussauds, the wax museum, the wax figures. Darlene W, very good to see you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Highline. Happy birthday to you. You know, I can sing. Other people can, I can't. So I'll just say happy birthday. It's the entrance to, oh, they showing what you can encounter inside of the museum. Not just famous people, but creepy people too. Hi Darlene W, always good to see you. Hi Karina. Oh, there you go. That's what happens. It's not easy to walk in the South Feet all day, especially in the summer. Really hot. Really hot. Darling, good to see you too, Al, and all my live walkers. No, not the same guy. They're all doing the same business, but then I don't think it's the same guy. We'll block the sound occasionally, unavoidable. Want to preserve some of my intellectual property, you know. I don't mind streaming with a real sound, but sometimes on special occasion. But otherwise, it's just unfair to our streamers when YouTube takes care of this, quote unquote. Hey Peter, good to see you. The Highline is only a teenager. I wonder what it will look like when it becomes an adult. Good question. What would be an adult age for Highline? 25-ish? Another 10 years, see what happens. See how it's maintained, if they have enough money. If the city is maintaining itself, you know, overall, well, hopefully so. Times Square would be ahead of us right there, but I don't think we should go to Times Square today because we've been to Times Square lately, right? We always go to Times Square. So let's explore around Times Square. And okay, so on and off topic. Does anyone know why the brown sugar shredded mini wheats can't be found in stores anymore? Brown sugar shredded mini wheats. Can't find them in any brand. It's my favorite cereal. Anyone has any idea where to find brown sugar shredded mini wheats for and why? If you know where, please do share this information. The trees will be much bigger. That's so true, Peter. This is Times Square 1, still under construction. I can't wait. When they're gonna eventually open it? 2025? I don't know. Hopefully. I think they started renovating it right after the New Year's 2023. So it's almost 2 years. It's been almost 2 years. Well, let's just say a year and a half for now. To be fair. Maybe we can walk toward Bryant Park and see if there's anything in Bryant Park. To be honest, don't know the schedule. Didn't look it up. But you know, it's always good to explore. Here I only know the white sugar mini wheats. I haven't seen brown sugar ones. Darlene and why probably like with me. Everybody gets rid of the things I like to eat, especially if they're healthier. Exactly, because who needs healthier, right? Crossing Broadway. Maybe they have a box in the back, yeah, for special customers, and they will sell a box for $2,500 because it's in high demand, super high demand. It sucks when they discontinue what you like. It usually happens with the stuff that you like. It usually happens. Why? No one knows. Oh, it's showing Forrest Gump at Bryant Park. One of my favorite movies. But if we start watching the movies, like watching movies, and YT will pick up the YT, I mean YouTube, will pick up the content. They will do some numbers on me. So, but let's go take a look. Thank you for walking with us. It's pleasant. It's not cold at all. Especially if you walk for a while, you feel warmer. This guy's like an icebreaker. Just followed him. Everyone was like, psh. Feature the cinnamon roll mini wheats on Amazon. Wow, it is super duper packed. We're going to get a little closer to the lawn in just a moment. Oh wow, I never saw so many. This is insane. Are you gonna see how many people there? We've seen crowds, but this time, my God. Let me just get a little closer to it.
Well, there was only one thing I could say about the war in Vietnam.
There's only one thing I can say about war in Vietnam. No entry, look at that. Crazy. This is absolutely super duper packed. See this?
That's all I have to say about that.
And then he's gonna see Genie and he's gonna run through there.
That's the right one. Savor.
How can we forget that?
My name is Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Alive. Jenny and me were just like peas and carrots. She showed me around and even introduced me to some of her new friends.
Shut that gun, man, and get your white ass away from that window. Don't you know we in a war here?
Hey, he's cool. He's cool. He's one of us.
Let me tell you about us. Our purpose here is to protect our black leaders from the racial onslaught of the pig who wishes to brutalize our black leaders, rape our women, and destroy our
One Log Bubblegum Shrimp Company commercial. Well, yeah, of course, there's plenty of commercial in every movie. But that bubblegum shrimp is in Times Square. And it's a huge and very cool spot, I should say. I never eaten there, but I went there a couple times to, you know, in all honesty, to do number one thing. And they're so great there. There's just, even though it's in Times Square, it's really cool. That's my honest opinion. Probably gigantic umbrella over the park when it rains. No, there's no umbrella. But look at this crowd. I've never seen Bryant Park this packed ever.
I know you would have I wanted to go to boyfriend.
You
Lieutenant Dan.
You look handsome in it. You do.
Parsley Billy looks nice, really.
I'm glad we were here together in our nation's capital. We walked around all night, Jenny and me. Just talking. She told me about all the traveling she'd done, how she discovered ways to expand her mind and learn how to live in harmony.
Expand her
Must
mind.
be out west somewhere, because she made it all the way to
Empire State Building celebrating House of the Dragon green color tonight. Thank you so much, Ambrose. Green color Empire State Building to celebrate House of the Dragon.
Special night to two of us. I didn't want it to end.
Hi Angela, good to see you. This is incredible scene in in Bryant Park today. Incredible. This movie is 30 years old, really? Wow, that's right, 94. It is 94. Damn. Wow. Time flies and we're all getting older.
You should go home to Greenbow, Alabama.
This is like never before. I don't know how many, 10,000 people in a loan? Probably more.
I want you to have this.
Forrest, I can't keep this.
Very, very impressive. Wait a minute, the fountain is decorated? Why? This is something else. Look at that. Is it a graduation thing? I don't know. There must be a reason for that. Look at that. This is unbelievable. Look at that. I never saw this particular fountain decorated like that. It's a Pride Month. Perhaps so. Perhaps so. Joseph, wow. Ambrose, the poor fountain. Rob, hi Rob. In 2 weeks I'll be going to Columbus, Ohio for the Special Olympics Ohio State Summer Game on June 20th to 29th and 30th in Columbus. Have fun. Good luck with everything, Rob. Thank you so much for sharing. Sunshine, interesting. I see some coins there, not as many, but quite a few, quite a few. Very impressive. These balloons, they will not last long. They will not last a whole month, so it must be something. Maybe they will, I don't know. That's just surprising to me. But it's beautiful. But what is more beautiful is this crowd watching Forrest Gump in Bryant Park.
No religion too. It's easy to try.
Some years later, that nice young man from England was on his way home. See his little boy, and he signed.
Just so amazing. I don't know. It's captivating. You just Lieutenant Dime. Yeah, this movie is a classic. I don't know how many times.
Food from the whole damn country.
Yes, sir.
That's the summit right there. It's just, you know, you can watch this in silence. You can just hear the music, hear the movie, and watch what's going on around here. I don't want to focus too much on the soundtrack, on the music, and on the whole thing, because, you know, it is not really healthy for the YouTube. But I'm showing you here and there, and basically we're walking around the park.
I stayed with Lieutenant Dan and celebrated the holidays.
Hurry on, God bless you.
Have you found Jesus yet? No. That's all these cripples down at the VA. That's all they ever talk about. Jesus,
All right.
Jesus, that. If I found Jesus.
This is Bryant Park. We started on High Line, and we're ending in Bryant Park. We're sitting for 1 hour and 50 minutes as we overlooking this crowd of, I don't know, more than 10,000 people watching Forrest Gump in Bryant Park. I want to thank you again so much for being here, for supporting us, all of our members, all of our supporters, our amazing moderators, each and every one of you, giving your time, dedicating your time to watching our channel, hitting the like button, subscribing. If you didn't hit the like button, please do so, and if you didn't subscribe yet, we invite you to subscribe and enjoy our channel. But we'll be back later. We'll be back sooner rather than later. If you're new to our channel, feel free to browse and see the content that we created here on this channel, and enjoy. Look at this.
Shrimp and boats. Shrimp and boats. You get this shit about shrimp and boats. I gotta buy me one for shrimp boats as soon as I have some money.
Sorry. We'll see you sooner rather than later. Stay happy, stay healthy. Wow, there's more people here. Outside of the perimeter, look at this. This is truly, truly fascinating. But we'll see you sooner rather than later. And as we try to walk through the crowd, we want to say good night from New York City, from this beautiful Bryant Park. And until next time, stay happy, stay. And we will see you again soon. Good night, everyone. Gloria, good night. Ambrose, Irma, you're welcome. Minizin, GX, Roy, NY, Darlene, Sunshine of Rain, DC322, Austin City Limits, Peter, Richard, Damian, and Irma, and everybody else, and those who didn't chat but watched. Good night, everyone.
It's funny, but in the middle of all that fun,